This is a breaking news update from SGT Report. I just finished an interview today with Bill Holter. I was going to post that tonight. I dropped everything for this information, which I included in that interview, but this deserves its own special mention. If you think Q isn't dropping breadcrumbs that bake bread, listen to this. First of all, one of the most despised and loathsome people on the planet is this person, Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Of course, we already know she's a liar, a disgraced liar who had to step down from the DNC as chairperson, and we also know she's an extortionist because she threatened the police chief in an attempt to get back her computer, on which undoubtedly was housed all sorts of evidence of her crimes.
With the permission of, through the investigation, and we'll return the equipment. But until that's accomplished, I can't return the equipment.
I think you're violating the rules when you conduct your business that way, and should expect that there would be consequences. I yield back.
And recall this information from lawyer Elizabeth Beck, who was receiving threatening phone calls as she and her husband, Jared Beck, attempted to carry out a lawsuit against the DNC for their collusion and fraud and for stealing the election from Bernie Sanders.
2 potential witnesses in my case.
Sean Lucas was another? Yes,
he was my process server. They both died. Mr. Lucas was about to provide evidence to the court in this case on service of process when he very, very suddenly passed away.
Sean, hi, Becca.
How you doing, Becca?
I'm just with the DNC upstairs.
With the DNC?
Yes.
All right. Well, this is going to be a service to the DNC.
Okay.
And this is for Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Perfect.
You guys have been served.
Okay.
Thank you so much. We'll see you in court.
Seth Rich was he was an employee of the DNC, and he was murdered.
Elizabeth was receiving threatening phone calls, which tracked back to none other than Debbie Wasserman Schultz's congressional office.
So because they were using voice-changing technology, I looked at our phone and, this number popped up and I took a screenshot of it. I filed it in court. And if you Google the number is the number to Congresswoman and defendant Debbie Wasserman Schultz's local Aventura office. Aventura is in my county.
So given all of that, and given the litany of crimes of Hillary Clinton herself and her campaign chair John Podesta, would it be any surprise to learn that Debbie Wasserman Schultz is allegedly personally responsible for calling out the hit on Seth Rich?
QAnon says, and I argued from the beginning that Seth Rich was murdered and that the DC police suppressed the evidence of the murder, wouldn't let anybody get into the inside of it to investigate it independently. Now, QAnon in this long timeline basically said that Debbie Wasserman Schultz paid MS-13, the Hispanic gang, to do a hit to kill Seth Rich, to do it both in retaliation for having stolen the DNC emails, Podesta emails, and getting them to WikiLeaks. Could have done it with a USB drive. It was an internal job. And also to prevent any further leaks or any further damage that could be done by Seth Rich. But it was pretty startling when QAnon just directly says Debbie Wasserman Schultz put out a 187, which is a kill job, on Seth Rich, and the two these MS-13 gang members who did the hit were subsequently killed themselves. That would have kind of completed the cover-up of that murder. And I think we need to get that investigation open, and we need to find out really who killed Seth Rich, because it's at the heart of this entire issue of Russian collusion.
His name was Seth Rich. Please share this video with everyone you know and tweet it directly to President Trump.